Hello, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. Good evening. This is, I want to welcome you to SUNY Downstate Health Science University. My name is Efekona Nuweri, and I'm the chair of the Occupational Therapy Program. And I have the distinct honor of being your MC tonight as we recognize the class of 2023. It's really my pleasure to be here with you all. It's really my pleasure to be here with you all, students, family, friends, esteemed guests, faculty, and staff. I'd like to think of tonight as a special night. In fact, I'm calling it a 2-for-1 special night, because after we've all come together here to celebrate two of Downstate OT's traditions, our WhiteCoat Ceremony and our Pi Theta Epsilon Honor Society, both of which acknowledge the talent and industriousness of our occupational students sitting right here before us. And as you all are striving to achieve and accomplish that goal of becoming an occupational therapist, I think it's important to pause and take a moment and recognize all the efforts that you've given to date. Semester by semester, you've all shown a steadfast commitment to meet every benchmark and every challenge that was put in front of you, all while juggling your own personal, family, and work responsibilities. You have prioritized your studies to develop your ability to truly impact the lives through the therapeutic application of occupation. You've shown great flexibility and adaptability through these times of constant change so that you can help your clients learn how to adapt to their condition or to the environment. It's been a real pleasure to watch you all adopt the values of occupational therapy and stretch your capacity to provide meaningful, client-centered care. And yes, there's more work to be done. Midterms are coming up. You have intervention plans to prepare for Wednesday for field work. And of course, level 2 field work is just a few months away. But still, tonight, let's pause for a bit and acknowledge you, your families, and all that was necessary for you to be here today in this moment, step by step, even closer to your goal of becoming an occupational therapist. I'd like to begin by thanking the Downstate OT faculty who have done a tremendous job in supporting the students throughout their academic journey. I would like to call them and acknowledge them by name, and perhaps you can stand up for the crowd and take your flowers. Dr. Crystal Brewington is not present, but I'm sure she's joining us remotely. Dr. Tashora Brown, Dr. Bridget Desport, Dr. Nancy Klein, Professor Vikram Pekpatan, Professor Richard Sable, Dr. Jasmine Thomas, and Professor Dawn Tribble. It's really my pleasure to work with each of you, and thank you for being so welcoming as I've joined the staff. And of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't give the biggest shout out to Ms. Alethea Aline. From end to end, you are there to make sure every aspect of the program is run smoothly and that the faculty has what they need to do their job. So thank you. And another round for thanking tonight's event, for organizing tonight's events. Thank you so much. Tonight, we have a very special guest who will be offering what I am sure will be very inspiring and motivating remarks to start off the evening. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Alan Lewis, Dean of the School of Health Professions.
Good evening. It's my pleasure to be here, and welcome to everyone. A lot of folks. Good to see everybody here. So as Dr. Newer said, tonight we're going to be doing our 2-for-1 special. We have two big things we're acknowledging. We're going to acknowledge our Honor Society inductees, and I think we have 14 of them, if I'm not mistaken. And we're very proud of you, 14 students, for having really demonstrated your academic and scholastic strength in terms of your GPA and done really well and have really been able to demonstrate excellence in everything that you've done in the program thus far. And we also are honoring all of our students in this particular class because tonight is the WhiteCoat Ceremony. And WhiteCoat ceremonies are not that old, believe it or not. I think they started in the late 1980s at the University of Chicago, as well as at school just across the river there, Columbia. And WhiteCoat ceremonies really have been an important rite of passage for healthcare professionals. They really symbolize that new beginning. Now, believe it or not, oftentimes medical students get their white coats when they're starting their educational process. But many other health professions use that white coat as a time to really symbolize the transition from didactic classroom theoretical education to applied practical education. So now you all are finishing up your time in the classroom. I know you have a few more things, as Dr. Newware reminded us of, but you're almost there. And so we're looking forward to you really cutting your teeth, so to speak, as you go out into clinical practice. You'll still have your amazing faculty to look over your shoulders to give you advice and guidance as needed. But you'll be then really spreading your wings and trying out your skills that you work so hard to develop in the classroom and trying them out on real people, real patients, to see how well they work. And I would like to underscore that when you get out there, remember your values, your ethical principles, remember the importance of culture, all the content that you learn in your didactic courses, but also don't be afraid to take some risk. Calculate your risk, but take some risk because you're trying to learn in the applied sense once you get out there in your clinical placements. And it's called the practice of occupational therapy, the practice of medicine, the practice of physical therapy for a reason. It's not called the perfection of because you're not going to be perfect, although you're striving for that, right? So we want to make sure that you feel like you can really make some mistakes, again, calculate your risk, but really it's a time for you to grow and develop yourselves as clinicians. And I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge our parents and family members who are here, because without them, most of you, and probably all of you, would not be here. So we want to take a moment to give them a round of applause. And of course, you all, as our honorees tonight, deserve a round of applause. And last but not least, your faculty. And Alethea. Did I hit that? There you go. And tonight we also have another person from our School of Health Professions. We have a volunteer, Shanika, who's from our informatics program. She's also helping tonight. So we always like to acknowledge her as well as our new media services team that's responsible for the live stream and the photos and the video that's happening tonight. We can't do anything without our technology experts. So always happy to have them help us to bring these productions together. So again, congratulations to our inductees in the Honor Society and to all of you who are receiving your white coats tonight. You should be very proud. It's been a long road. You're not quite done yet, but you're getting closer. And I look forward to seeing you also very soon in May when you walk across that stage for commencement. Again, congratulations.
Thank you, Dean Lewis. And now for the WhiteCoat Ceremony.
Okay, I'm going to start asking the students to come up and get their white coats. Michelle Adrakna Nova. Victoria Cagle. And we have two people come up at one time. Hazel Chow. Abigail Culleton. Sarah Davis. Julia Del Zingaro. Hannah Feder. Esther Friedman. Hey Lim Go. And Kristen Hoyt. Christina Ibokidi. Rachel Towell. Yay. Morgan Kalenos. Victoria Kite. Gloria Kong. Elaine Kong. Shalamis Mamin. And Natalie Monessa. Deborah Mulcahy, Joanna Pum, Shuyi Pan, Amanda Puccio, Sabia Rama, and Leah Vishal. Shira Safia, and Jane Sauteau. Nabucco Suma, Colleen Sims, Cecilia Tilson, and our final student, Dorian Valentin.
This is really a proud moment, and I think all the credit goes to you, again, for taking time to just recognize what you've been doing up until this point. At this point, I would like to invite Professor Dawn Tribble and invite you to stand as you say the Occupational Therapy Pledge. You good here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, bit of a lengthy pledge. Shows our dedication to the profession. I will read in chunks, and when I stop, please repeat after me. Read from here. In the belief that all human beings are unique and have potentials to be realized, I pledge myself to the... Thank you. In the belief that all human beings are unique and have potentials to be realized, I pledge myself to the conscientious and judicial practice of my profession. In the belief that all human beings I solemnly declare that I will hold and keep inviolate whatever I may learn of the lives of my clients and to be an active advocate for their right to live full and meaningful lives. Seeking to serve and being cognizant of the need to maintain my competence, remember today's class, I will strive to continue my professional growth. To this end, that my work may be successful, I will strive for greater knowledge, skill, understanding, and compassion in the discharge of my duties. It is with dignity and pride that I prepare to join my colleagues in occupational therapy and pledge to uphold the integrity of our profession to the greater good of all we serve. Good. Take two, because this is an important part. It is with dignity and pride. Thank you. It is with dignity and pride that I prepare to join my colleagues in occupational therapy and pledge to uphold the integrity of our profession to the greater good of all we serve. Thank you. Welcome.
Yes, thank you, thank you. And now for the Pi Theta Epsilon Honor Society Induction Ceremony. As the faculty advisor for Alpha Kappa chapter of Pi Theta Epsilon Honor Society, I want to recognize the academic excellence demonstrated by a particular group of students. These students have achieved a high level academically and have produced outstanding work. Their GPAs are at the top third of their class. Even more, these students have shown the capacity to excel academically in complex and challenging times. With the support that they receive from their peers, families, and friends, we can all trust that they will be able to approach new situations and experiences with the confidence needed to lead the charge in meeting the health and occupational needs of the clients they will serve. Pi Theta Epsilon is the National Honor Society of Occupational Therapy. Pi is the first letter in the Greek word for advancement. Theta is the first letter in the Greek word for therapeutic. Epsilon is the first letter in the Greek word for occupation. Therefore, Pi Theta Epsilon stands for advancement in occupational therapy. The purpose of this honor society is to instill the ideal of respect for learning and commitment to scholarship throughout one's professional life. By joining, an honor and an obligation is conferred upon you. The honor is in recognition of your integrity, your high standards of scholarship, and the promise of your future as one of achievement. In becoming a member of this honor society, you have taken upon yourself the obligation to devote your efforts to the advancement of occupational therapy. through scholarship and research and the maintenance of high standards of Pi Theta Epsilon. Will the new members please stand and come when your name is called? Victoria Cagle. There you go. Nice and proud. Okay. And your cord, if I may. Congratulations. If you can cord them. Cord, okay. Yeah. Thank you. Sun Yan Chow. Congratulations. Okay. Sarah Davis. Congratulations. I'm multitasking. All right. Esther Friedman. Congratulations. Kristen Hoyt. Congratulations. Okay. Victoria Kite. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes. I'm always thinking about the environment. Ling Li Kong. Congratulations. Shalamis Mammon. Congratulations. Joanna Palm. Congratulations. Leah Rashaw. Congratulations. Shira Safia. Congratulations. Jane Sato. Congratulations. You're welcome. Colleen Sims. Congratulations. And Cecilia Tilson. Excuse me. Congratulations. Okay. Thank you. Photos. Just come forward. Come forward. Okay. Good. As you make your way back to the seats, please remain standing. You are completing the requirements of your occupational therapy education. You are learning how to learn. The real education is just beginning. The application and broadening of your professional knowledge, testing your interests and diligence in your work. You are challenged today to continue to learn for the knowledge and growth it brings, and to help others meet their needs to the best of their abilities. Excellence in purpose and scholarship is a key to opportunity and carries with it vast rewards to yourselves and others. This honor society, Pi Theta Epsilon, challenges you for excellence. Now for the pledge. Please repeat after me. Aware of the high calling of the scholar, and the great opportunity of service through occupational therapy, I, and your name, I hereby pledge my efforts to further the purposes of occupational therapy. And to uphold the ideal of Pi Theta Epsilon. And to prove myself a worthy member of this honor society. Thank you. You may be seated. You are a beacon of knowledge, and your brilliance will radiate, imparting knowledge and understanding to those you serve. As members of Pi Theta Epsilon Alpha Kappa Chapter, I ask you to carry this honor with you in your career as occupational therapist. This honor is held within you. You can carelessly toss it aside, or you can make it a meaningful part of your studies and outside activities. What you decide will influence the other members of your honor society and the others outside of your honor society. It becomes then your responsibility to integrate the pledge you have taken and fulfill the goals as you are able to. In this way, the integrity of the organization, members past and present, and occupational therapy itself will be strengthened and maintained. Congratulations to the PTE Induction members, Honor Society members, and of course, congratulations to the entire class for making it to this point. So at this time, I would like to call to the stage Dorian and Abigail, who will present to you a little montage of the last couple years. Congratulations.
Classmates, friends, family, faculty, and staff, thank you for coming here on this wonderful day to celebrate the class of 2023. My name is Abigail Culleton, and I am the president of the Student Occupational Therapy Association, SOTA, and I have been honored to be in this role for the past year, joined and supported by my amazing e-board, Joanna Palm, Esther Friedman, Victoria Kite, Sarah Davis, and Leah Rochelle. It has been a pleasure to work alongside the e-board of the Coalition for Occupational Therapists for Advocacy and Diversity Club, Sonja Joshi, Michelle Abdurakhmanova, Elaine Kwang, Christina Igboktiti, and Dorian Valentine, who I'm joined here today. We are here today to receive our white coats as a symbol of our readiness to move on to clinical practice as OTs. And I must say, this is such a bittersweet moment. This moment means we are almost ready to leave Downstate and begin our careers as clinicians. However, it also means we have so little time left together. We only have a few more months eating lunch together every day, collapsing on the plinth between classes, I'm looking at you, Halim, and making manic Dunkin' runs on long days. We have so little time left to spend every day together with this chaotic, amazing, and inseparable family. We have struggled together, and we have grown together. I have no doubt in my mind that this class will change the lives of so many, and I know this because you all have changed my life. We've created a community of support and respect. We've pushed each other to reach beyond our potential and go out of our comfort zones. And most importantly, we have given each other joy each day and more laughter than I can describe. So thank you, class of 2023. These past 2 years have been the most challenging and most rewarding of my life. Here's to our last few months together and many, many more of being a family. I'd like to introduce the creative director of COTAD, Dorian Valentine, who created something very special for us today.
Thank you, Abby. 2 years ago, I made the decision to leave my full-time profession as a DOE paraprofessional and pursue a career in occupational therapy. Was it a great risk? Yes, it was. But with great risks come much greater rewards. The decision I made 2 years ago has brought me here tonight. My greatest reward is that I get to share this moment with such an amazing cohort. This video montage will not only show how far we have come and grown as OT students, but celebrates how incredible each of you are. I am so grateful to be on a journey with you all. We have survived so much, and I am extremely proud to don a white coat with you all tonight. There you go, OT turn right there. All right, so without further ado, how do we play this?
Back pain?
That's a wonderful video, and thanks to Abigail and Dorian for putting that together and just giving us time to reflect on the last year and a half or so. And that pretty much concludes our 2-for-1 special. I certainly want to acknowledge you again, so if everyone could please give a big warm round of applause to our 2023 graduates. Class, you may stand and proceed. I ask our guests just to wait till all the students have left the auditorium before you leave. And thank you for coming tonight.